Hello everyone, welcome to episode 16 on how to make a GTA 5-star game in Unity 3D. Today we're going to be doing, continuing on with combat, and we're going to be doing dying. So what we want to do is in the play controller script, we want to go public, no, don't make it public, just void, die. Yep. And in the take damage, we want to go if health is less than or equal to 0, we then want to just call die. And we're going to do it checks if your health is 0 in the take damage script method instead of the update method, just for slight performance reasons. So it's not constantly having to check a value, it only checks it once the method is called. And in die, well, actually we're not going to do anything in die yet. What we need to do is drag out each of our characters, so Carl, and we need to make them into a ragdoll. So just click on whatever character you're doing for the moment. I'm doing Carl, so go game object, create general. Let's create other. Okay, create general ragdoll. Root will be hips, left up leg. Left knee is left leg. Oh, go to the foot. Right foot, and then the left arm will be left arm. Left elbow will be left forearm, and then right arm will be right arm. Right elbow rather will be left forearm. Middle spine will be spine 1, and head will be head. And just leave everything else as it is, and then hit create, and you'll see that there are colliders now on here. So what we want to do, is type at the top, type rigid body, and you'll see we have all of this. So what you want to do is select hips to right forearm and click is kinematic, so that way they essentially are asleep and won't do anything. Hit apply, and I'll just pause it while I do this for the rest of them. Right, I've done it. What I didn't say is make sure you don't make the rigid body on the parent object kinematic. Do not do that. As you can see, that's what I've got here. It's not kinematic. So now, what we want to do in die, we need to go. Well, first of all, we need to create a variable up here called public bool is alive. Oh, LV, that's a word. Alive. And then in die, we want to go is alive equals false. And what we also want to do, is in take damage, we just want to put if is alive, and just make a code block of that around everything in take damage. So now what we want to do is go rigid body, and then the square brackets, the angled brackets, temp, I guess, equals get components in children, rigid body, like that. And then we want to go for each rigid body R in temp. I forgot to, sorry, the rigid body and then the square brackets makes it an array, so like a list essentially. It's just, unfortunately an array is slower, but as far as I know there's no way to convert an array to a list without having to do loads of for each statements. Sorry, let me just turn off Skype. Right, I'm back, sorry about that. Okay, so now we want to go r dot is kinematic equals false. Actually, what we could do is create a void down here and go and name it set rigid bodies, and then we want a parameter of type bool and name it active, I guess. And then we just want to copy everything from the rigid body array to the end of the for each code block into there. And then we want to go r.isKinematic equals active instead of false. So what we can just do is in die we can just go set rigid bodies false. That simple, and then it will do it. Good. So once we die, we should just flop over. Okay, so let's see if I start it and I, oops. Hang on, what the hell? What is he doing? What? Set destination. What? What's going on here? Is it? Okay, right. I think the reason that's happening is because it has the box colliders enabled as well. So what we want to do is go in the for each r.collider.enabled equals active as well. So what we can do is in start, wherever that is, here, we can go set rigid bodies false, no, true rather, and so that will just disable them. Actually, where we have r.collider.enabled do equals exclamation mark active. So if it's true, if active is true, it will set the objects to be disabled essentially. Yeah, and that's how it should work. So fingers crossed. He won't start walking himself. It was weird. Good, there we go. Yeah, that was why then. There. Right, so what I'm going to do is set my health low. I believe I'm Carl. I have no idea though. No, I'm not Carl. Who am I? I'm Justin. Okay, I'm going to set my health to 0. As you see, nothing happens because... What? What's with the frame rate? Well, that was weird. Okay. Oh, yeah, the, why am I, hold on, am I floating? Yes, I am. Why am I floating? Oh, for some reason, they say that one should be community as well. Okay, that's a problem. Right. Okay. What it does is the set rigid bodies sets the rigid body on the main object to kinematic. So what we need to do is in the for each, you want to go if r.game object does not equal to game object, then do it. Okay. So now I'll just, okay, what I'll do, I'll set a shortcut key to take damage. So in update, I'm just gonna go if input dot get key down. You don't have to do this. Key code dot, what can I do? U. So I want to go take damage 100. Actually 1000. So that way, if we press U, you just die. Because why not? Okay, so fingers crossed. Good. Okay, and if I press U, nothing happens. Was it U? Yeah, it was. Okay. It's still kinematic for some reason. U. Right, where's my health? 100. What the hell? Alright, why is that? Did I do it in the wrong method? No? Is alive isn't false. There we go, my health's minus 900, but for some reason I haven't flopped like a ragdoll. Why haven't I flopped over? I'm really confused. There we go. For some reason. Okay. That was odd. Yeah. Well, that's why, because look at that, that's amazing. Sorry. Excuse that. Okay. Okay, we need to put that. I'll put that in if can play, so it doesn't put the right character. Okay, so what we need to do now is in set rigid bodies, we want to go bool. Sorry, create a new one. Bool parent, I guess, and we want to go if not parent. Put the code block around the if statement that checks if the R's game object is the main game object, and then go else, and just copy the code from within that and put it in the else. So r.collider.enabled equals not active essentially, and the r dot is kinematic. Yeah, r dot is kinematic equals active. And now we're going to get an error. So what we want to do is in start we want to put a comma in the method call and go false, and then in this one we want to go true. In the die call we want to go true. Also we want to go animator in die animator dot enable. Okay. Anim dot enabled equals false. Yeah. So that way we just ragdoll. Okay. So now it's gonna work. Oh, oops! And one last thing, which I just completely forgot about, is that we need to go into start and set is alive to true. That's very useful. Okay, so 14 minutes. Good. Play. Okay. Right, so let's ragdoll. Yay! Why is the camera going over? Justin. Okay. Why is he? What's he doing? What is 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 he doing Why is he walking himself? Are they still... Why are they active? Oh, yeah, oops. Right. Okay, actually, get rid of the parent bool and get rid of that if statement in there to check about the parent. And that. And also up here, what we can just do is we can go in die is collider dot set collider with the lowercase c dot enabled equals false, and rigid body dot is kinetic equals true, and yeah, that's it. Actually, as well, and was it nav mesh? Do I have a nav mesh variable, or is it just agent, or what was it? No, I don't. Okay. Okay, so okay, I want to go AI script dot agent dot enabled equals false. Some weird reason my computer is being really slow. Yep. Okay. It should be okay. Let's. Oh, there we go. And what we want to do is create another method. Go revive, I guess, and just put everything as the opposite from die. So copy and paste everything and put is alive, is true, anim dot enabled equals true, collide dot enabled equals true, rigid body dot is kinetic is false, set the AI dot agent enabled to true, and set rigid bodies to true as well. And then what we need to do is go, no, like I say, the pressing U to suicide is just optional, you don't need to do that, it doesn't really matter, but it dies. And what we're going to do is go, if you've done the press U to die, is, where is it? We want to go create a code block and go, if is alive, take damage, and then else revive. There we go. And that will bring him back to life if you press U when you're dead, essentially. So you die, and back to life. You die, back to life. And the idea of doing the rigid bodies is so when you're walking, that happens, so you don't just always die in a T-pose or whatever like that. Or you're walking backwards, say. So you don't always die in the exact same position. So yeah. And if I go and select something from my inventory, I will die with it in my hand. So I go sphere, just add a little bit, and I select sphere, and if I go away U, I die with it in my hand. And then come back. There you go. And then, oh, dead. There you go. So that's the end of this episode. It's been 19 minutes and 40 odd seconds. Thank you very much for watching. Every episode will be every Sunday, as always. I'm back on holiday, in case you couldn't tell, and I've created the Face Grabber Facebook page, so if you want, you can go ahead and like that. and do all the likely stuff on YouTube as well, if you really want to. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.